Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Pocono weekend for Cups, Xfinity and Trucks. Obviously the Truck Series regular season is done and we'll be soon going to the playoffs. So before we get into Pocono and talk about the results, we need to talk about the next week's schedule, which is Indianapolis as a whole. Why? Because the Truck Series are at IRP for the first time, I think. It's the first time. Maybe it's like, I don't know, a few more times. I'm not too sure. But that's basically Lucas Oil Raceway, if you're if you're old school a bit, or IRP for short. The Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, they're at the Indianapolis Road Course, so that is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. The Arca Series, which is also here as well, they are at IRP as well with the Truck Series. So Friday, July 29th is going to be jam-packed with motorsports and NASCAR. So 10:35 a.m. Eastern Time will be the Truck Series practice at IRP. And at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Arca Series practice also at IRP. All that will be not streamed on TV, including the qualifying for the Arca Series, which starts at 12:15 p.m. 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, it is practice for the IMS road course for the Xfinity Series. That'll be on USA and Peacock or NBC Sports, whatever. So basically, like Peacock. And at 3:35 p.m. Eastern Time will be qualified for the Xfinity Series. That'll be also on USA and Peacock. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be qualifying for the Truck Series. That'll be on FS1. And at 6 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Arca Series race. That'll be for the running of the Recess 200. That'll be on FS1 and MRN. And then finally for the Truck Series, that'll be on 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the race for the running of the T Sports 200. That'll be on FS1 and MRN. Saturday, July 30th is where we get to see the Cup Series for the first time. First will be at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Time will be the practice for the IMS road course. That'll be on USA and Peacock. And qualifying later, also for the Cup Series at 2:35 a.m. Eastern Time. That'll be also on USA and Peacock. Then at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Xfinity Series race. That'll be on NBC, Peacock. I think that is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Network, I think, or the IMS network, so it's basically a radio station, and Sirius XM. And then on Sunday, July 31st, that will be the Cup Series at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but that'll be for the running of the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. That'll be also on NBC, Peacock, the IMS radio station, and Sirius XM. I'm pretty sure it's the radio station for IMS, but I might be wrong with that. So first start off with the Truck Series, and that was won by Chandler Smith. In second place is Ryan Preece and Jonathan Nemechek, Corey Heim, Carson Hocevar, Austin Hill, Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, Derek Kraus, and Tanner Gray ran out the top 10. Then Chase Purdy, Matt DiBenedetto, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Finker, Colby Howard, Ben Rose, and Tate Fogelman ran out the top 20. To the rear was only one driver, which was Josh Ream. The reason? I have no fucking idea. Two drivers failed to qualify, that being Brian Dowsett and Norm Benning. That was due to the qualifying was rained out, so they had to go with the metric system. So stuff that happened, this is where you get to admire the results. I'm going to obviously try and do some other stuff as well. Lap 7, Dean Thompson spins out. I mean, I'm not surprised, it's Nice Motorsport. Lap 12, Todd Bodine, I'll show a video of this actually. Todd Bodine gets spun out by spins by Haley Deegan and Blaine Perkins because Bodine, I think, was pinched down by Deegan. I don't know how Perkins was involved, I'll be honest, but whatever. Jack Wood and Tyler Hill spins out as well. The reason why I'm actually putting this as a video is because this was actually going to be Todd Bodine's final NASCAR race, or NASCAR Premier Series race. His goal was to reach 800 career starts in all of the top 3 Premier Series for in NASCAR. So that being Cups, Xfinity, and Trucks. He has accomplished that with Helmer Friesen Racing. But it just really sucks that, I mean, it is his 800th start overall in the in NASCAR, and he just gets crashed out. I mean, he was also very emotional, I think, at the very start of the race. talk about how much I'm just guessing like how much this means to him and everything, all that other stuff. So I'm not. It just sucks. I feel really bad for Bodine, but hopefully. Hopefully we may see him sometime, maybe in the Truck Series, maybe just as a one-off. I think that'd be really, really good. I think and obviously having Bodine back in the Truck Series definitely gave me flashbacks to when he was actually in the Truck Series full time and even part time as well. But still, it was great to see the Onion back behind the wheel in the Truck Series, as he's also a champion. I think he's about like a 2-time champion if I remember correctly. So it's great to see a champion back in the Truck Series. Lap 15, Chandler Smith wins stage 1, and later he also won stage 2. Lap 45, Spencer Boyd spins and drops debris. Lap 43, Zane Smith has a throttle issue, but back in stage 1 he actually clinched the regular season championship. And lap 60, Chandler Smith wins the CRC Bracket 150 with the playoff bracket set. I will get to the playoff bracket later, obviously when we are done talking about the results for Pocono. So. And so we'll have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20, I guess. So there's Dean Thompson 24th, Blaine Perkins 29th, and then obviously Ty Bodine had to be in last place. And of all places he of course had to be in last place because of his 800th career start. That absolutely sucks. But yeah, and obviously the next race will be at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, which would be incredibly exciting to watch. Let's now move over to the Xfinity Series, and that was won by Noah Gragson. I actually almost forgot for a second. Second place is Ty Gibbs, then Josh Berry, AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, Daniel Hemrick, and Cole Custer ran out the top 10. Then Landon Castle, Riley Herbst, Brandon Brown, Maya Snyder, Ryan Sieg, Anthony Alfredo, Brandon Jones, Brandon Moffat, Kyle Weatherman, and Sage Karen ran out the top 20. Only one driver went to the rear, that being JJ Yaley due to an engine change, and failed to qualify was Brennan Poole. Lap 2, already in like the second lap, already stuff happened. Roger Caruth and Alex LeBay made contact. LeBay, I think Caruth hit the left rear quarter panel or the right rear quarter panel of LeBay, so they both spun out into the inside wall in the front stretch very hard. Lap 20, Justin Allgaier wins stage 1, and 20 laps later, Noah Gragson wins stage 2. I showed a video of this because this actually quite shocked me. Lap 47, Santino Ferrucci spun out in front of the field. Sandhouse tries to avoid him, he gets collected. Jeb Burton tries to avoid by just going down to the inside of the track, but gets flipped over. Now, the last time I think someone flipped over at Pocono was Ken Schrader in 2003 or 4. One of those years. I think it actually might be 2003. I might be wrong. But it was a violent hit. I mean, I was looking at the comments of the crash, and people are just saying like this is the wackiest season in all three Premier Series regarding to flips. I mean, there was the one with like Chris Buescher or Charlotte. There was this one now with Jebber and Pocono. There was Jessica Friesen flipping over, and FS1 didn't get her. I don't know how. And there was one more. Was there one more? No, that wasn't. It was just those two just bizarre flips that came out of nowhere. I mean, I think like the most shocking one is maybe the Jessica Friesen one. She just flipped just because of how high the dirt bank is. That's the only reason why she flipped over. And now Jeb Burton flipped over Pocono out of all freaking tracks. What's next? It's gonna be a fucking blowover like the Indianapolis, like most people road course, or there's gonna be like, I don't know, a flip at Phoenix. Has there ever been a flip at Phoenix? Probably like never, but that's probably going to happen now because of this season, because how crazy this is regarding the flips. But I'm glad that Jeb Burton's okay. The crowd did clap when they were giving the sign that he's okay, which is a great gesture from the fans. So really happy about that. Anyways, let's continue. Lap 55, Sammy Smith spins out, and lap 85, actually lap 90, actually I should say. After a great battle, No Gregson wins to explore the Pocono Mountain in 225, beating out Ty Gibbs. They were banging wheels, they were banging sheet metal. It was a great battle. I can't wait to see No Gregson and Ty Gibbs both in the Cup Series. Oh wait, that actually happened. Spoilers. Anyways, let's have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20. I guess I'll talk about like the big crash. Being Jet Burner, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Santino Ferrucci. They were, I think they were like, I think they were the only three who were actually involved in this. So luckily, no other drivers were involved with it. That's a great sign, but very bizarre to have a flip at Pocono of all places. Anyway, there's everyone else. Let's now have a look at the Cup Series, and that was won by Chase Elliott. Not how you thought he won. It was kind of a Mickey. Okay, it was a Mickey Mouse win. In second place is Tyler Reddick, then Daniel Suarez, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, Martin Truex Jr., Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones, and Austin Dillon right out of the top 10. Then Alex Bowman, William Byron, Eric Amarola, Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, is Ty Gibbs. Yes, Ty Gibbs actually ran the Cup Series. I will explain that later. Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Corey LaJoie, and Joe Logano ran out the top 20. Many drivers went to the rear. That is a total of 5 drivers went to the rear due to unimproved adjustments. That being Ross Chastain, William Byron, Eric Jones, Cody Ware, and Justin Haley. Ty Gibbs went to the rear due to a driver change. What did Kurt Busch have? I mean, he had symptoms of a concussion. Now, obviously, if you know about concussions, especially with Dale Earnhardt Jr., you know that it can substantially shorten a driver's career. And there's obviously been stuff about Kurt Busch might be retiring at the end of next season. Let's see if is he gonna retire this season? I don't really know. It depends on how bad the symptoms are of a concussion, but that's due to, I think it was in practice. I think he crashed pretty hard actually, which caused a concussion symptom. So he was unfit to race, and Ty Gibbs was given the call up to race in the Cup Series, and he actually did pretty decently in 16th place. No one failed to qualify, which is a good sign. Stuff that happened. Lap 3, Austin Cindric spins. Lap 27, Eric Almirola spins. Lap 30, Kyle Larson wins stage 1. Lap 36, Josh Bilicki has a flat tire and spins. Lap 41, Hamlin spins. Lap 45, Corey LaJoie gets into the wall by Michael McDowell. Lap 83, Ty Dillon spins out. I mean, I don't know where he could go next season because obviously he's out of petty GMS, so we'll see where he goes next season. Lap 95, Kyle Busch wins stage 2. Lap 108, Ryan Blaney loses the tire. And lap 138, Ryan Blaney gets into the inside wall hard on the front stretch, but he still kept going, I think. Probably not. I don't think so. My bad. I was thinking of Christopher Bell. It was actually mentioned here, which I'll show a video of. At lap 143, Ross Chastain gets into the wall by Denny Hamlin, spins out and collects Christopher Bell. I mean, obviously, Bell didn't get a lot of damage. He finished in 4th place, so good on for him. Everyone is once again talking about Ross Chastain. And everyone's obviously talking about the move that Denny Hamlin did. I mean, Hamlin was being aggressive. He's already pissed him off like twice. So I'm not surprised that Hamlin raced Chastain incredibly hard and aggressive. I'm not surprised, I'll be honest. Was it kind of deserved? I mean, he definitely had it coming. but by like the amount of drivers who he's pissed off, he's pissed off like all of the JGR guys. Like he pissed off Kyle Busch last season, and he pissed off Truex and Hamlin back in Atlanta. I mean, Hamlin much earlier at Gateway, which was a clown fiesta. But I mean, Chastain's not, he's not a great guy now, I guess, in the garage, if you've forgotten how he races other people. Obviously, outside the car, he's obviously he's a very humble guy. But I mean, inside the car, he basically turns into a demon. So I mean, Chastain had to come in. I think he wants to say himself that he had to come in, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't think people should really be defending Chastain that much. But I mean, I think Hamlin did. He did what he wanted to do. But either way. And finally, on lap 160, Chase Elliott wins the M&M's Fan Appreciation 400 after both Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch were disqualified after post-race inspections. Yes, the top 2. Denny Hamlin was originally the winner, and Kyle Busch came 2nd place. But I don't know, something about like the front end or something. I can't remember what the spokesperson for NASCAR said for the reason of the disqualification. I think it's like some type of like material that they used. It wasn't. They thought it was like cheating and everything, so they disqualified both of the JGR drivers. Sucks especially for Kyle Busch, because obviously this will be his final time driving an M&M's car at Pocono. Obviously, it is sponsored by M&M's. He was very close of winning, but if he just didn't get disqualified, nothing of this would have happened. But obviously, he did sadly got disqualified. It just really sucks for that. Anyway, so let's now have a look at the other finishes. If I can scroll down, there we go. Kevin Harvick down 27th, was not expecting that. He did not have a good run. And then there's Ross Chastain down 32nd. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch down in 35th and 36th respectively. They really had to give Kyle Busch last place. That just sucks, but I mean, what can you really do? You can't really do much about it, can you? So that's it for Pocono. Let's now move over to the standings. So first off with the Truck Series, who will be starting their playoffs at IRP. This is the playoff bracket. So the top 10, this is the playoff bracket. So Zane Smith is currently in the lead by 15 points in front of Chandler Smith and Ben Rose, Jonathan Nemechek, Stuart Friesen, Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, Carson Hocevar, Granite Finger, and Matt Crafton ran out the playoff picture. And then for everyone else, you got Derek Kraus, Tyler Ankrum, Matt Benedetto, Tanner Gray, Chase Purdy, Ryan Preece, Colby Howard, Parker Kligerman, Timmy Hill, and Corey Heim ran out the top 20. So that's the playoff bracket, and then I think the top 8 will be advancing to the next round. That'll be top 4, and then and the top 4 will obviously compete for the championship at Phoenix. So currently, right now below the cutoff line is Granite Finger and Matt Crafton. So let's now move over to the Xfinity series. We'll have a look only at the playoff picture. Ty Gibbs is currently in the lead, with Justin Allgaier in second place, and Noah Gragson, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Austin Hill, Brennan Jones. Obviously, they've all locked themselves into the playoffs. Sam Mayer, Daniel Hemrick, Riley Herbst, Ryan Sieg, and Landon Castle, they're currently in via points. Behind them, though, Sheldon Creed is coming up pretty quickly after a very, very good string of races. He is currently 47 below the cut line. Then we got Brandon Brown, Anthony Alfredo, Brent Moffitt, Jed Burton, Mike Snyder, Jeremy Clements, Alex Bay ran out the top 20. And then as for, I guess, for the regular season, I'll only do the top 3, I guess, because that's all really matters because of the regular season championship. AJ Allmendinger is currently in the lead by 16 points in front of Justin Allgaier, and then Ty Gibbs is further behind, 22 points behind AJ Allmendinger. Finally, for the Cup Series, Chase Elliott extends his massive chase lead and also championship lead as well. 105 points in front of Ross Chastain. Then we got Joe Logano in third place in the playoff. Then William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, and Kevin Harvick ran out the playoff picture. Currently is Eric Almirola, 57 below the cut line. There's Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, and Michael McDowell. Now, if you can't really see this or see this or anything, Kurt Busch is currently outside of the playoffs. Now, I don't know if he's actually going to get a waiver. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he will get a waiver into the playoff. So, I mean, obviously it depends on how bad the symptoms are for his concussion. Hopefully it's not as bad. And I would love to see him obviously in the playoffs to be competing maybe for a championship. But obviously we have to wait and see for that if he does get a waiver into the playoffs or not. But as of right now, Kevin Harvick is in while Kurt Busch is out due to missing out at Pocono. And just like I said, I mean, the playoff picture for the regular season, Chase Elliott is currently 105 points in front of Ross Chastain, and then Ryan Blaney is further behind him, 111 behind Chase Elliott, who has gone on a tear lately now. But yeah, just a reminder that the next race will be at Indianapolis for the Truck Series at IRP. Also the ARCA Menard series, while also the Xfinity series and Cup series will be at IMS Road Course. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.